Hey, my little sugar wiggers. What's up, my beautiful butterflies? Come on in the building. Let's talk about it. I'm going to try to hold on to this phone today and not strain my eyes trying to see that phone over there. We're going to let that phone over there be the phone that the picture's on. And this phone right here be the one the chat is on. Y'all know I don't see that well. I had the surgery and everything, and it's pretty good, but it's not 2020. Even with the lens in there, it's not the same. Uh-uh. There's my Sting. Hey, Sting, how you doing? But it's not 2020, even with the lens. Okay, turn that phone down. Let me make sure this one is down too, so when it get the ringing, it's down. So yeah, I had a subscriber to call me today and tell me, Ms.V, have you watched Shamar? And I'm like, not lately. And she was like, hey, Michelle James, good evening. Ms.V, you have to go over there and you have to watch that live. And I'm like, why? I mean, what is it? So she said, no, just go watch it. So I did. I just got through watching it. But I'm not a reaction channel. I don't like to do reactions on other people's channels unless they come for me. That's the only way I'd like to do a reaction on somebody or a rebuttal to what they've said. If they ain't saying nothing about me, I don't care what people say and do on that channel. Now, I can't, like I say, really do a reaction on it from what I saw. It was long. I think almost 3 hours long. And so I was like kind of skipping through it too. And I've grown to like Shamar and his channel. I mean, his channel is different. He likes to do panels and all that stuff. I'm not into panels and people coming up on panels that I especially don't know, because you don't know what they're going to say. And I just don't want that on my channel. Different strokes for different folks. Manifest was on the panel, and she's been over here in my chat before. When I first came out here, she was coming for me every day. I had no idea who she was, had never seen her out here on the streets before. And then all of a sudden, she just started coming into the chat. Well, I'm that kind of person. I don't care what you said and did. You know, if you come back in and you come back right, and you don't go that way again, we good. That's your second chance. All that three strikes stuff I used to do when I first came out, you don't get no 3 strikes. You might get a second chance if you act right. Hey, Vonda, how you doing? And Bama used to be over here. And then I don't even know what happened with her. I mean, it's been a while. And that was before she even got a channel. And then one of the mods said she was in another chat saying something about me. And then I don't know. I think one of the mods took her out. I don't even remember, because it don't even matter to me. I take this virtual stuff just like it is. Virtual. Ain't got nothing to do with my real life, so I do not worry about it. Hey, Lynette, good evening. So let me see if I missed anybody else. So I ain't going to be able to do no commentary on it. Hey, Miss Audrey. I think that's everybody. Ms.V, beginning with good morning, America, Ravens, Ravens. Okay, I've heard so many speak on them today. Poor brother-in-law, you checked on him. He texted me early this morning because he wanted to come over to the weight room. But I didn't even do what I told him. I told him I need to go check and see if I can get another key fob so he can get in and out on his own without me. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to let him in through my phone. And I might be at work. I might be anywhere. So I went down there last week, and the girl was going to check on a key fob, but she didn't. Okay. Hey, Katina. So that's the end of it for the Shamar chat. I'm not saying anything about it one way or the other. I felt like he was in a really bad position because he and Bama support each other, and Miss Manifest, it has been a big supporter of his. So whatever that problem is, it's their channel, and they'll get it together. They'll work it out one way or the other. I had to worry about my channel and my problems over here. Okay, and that's it. That's how I roll with it. Um, so no, back to Good Morning America. I did not see it because I think I slept through that. Because when I came out here this morning, it was after 10:30. Good Morning America come on early in the morning, so I didn't see it, Miss Audrey. And I'm not surprised. If it had been the Cowboys, they probably would have been on there also. Mm-hmm. But it was a good game. Kind of boring, like I told him. But he'll get over it. He waiting on the next game now and praying that they win. Because Dallas does not have the teams they used to have. They just don't. They need to spend a lot of that money that Jerry has and go out and recruit some players. That's what they need to do. How can you let a poor little team like Baltimore that don't have that much money recruit people all the time? And they're okay with the salary they get. I mean, if I was LeBron, I'd be fine with $50 million a year myself. Win or lose, he's still making $50 million. He don't have to make too many $50 millions to be set for the rest of his life if he invested right. Mm-hmm. He'll be fine for his children and his grandchildren. Okay, so what else y'all saw in the news? Did y'all see anything? The Chiefs won? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that score. I didn't see the game. Yeah. I think the Chiefs gonna win another championship this year too. I really do. They got a great team. And they are really, really connected. Yeah, it's like the old Ravens used to be when Ray Lewis was there. They were connected. Just throw the ball up in the air, Flacco. We'll catch it. Wentworth got timed out. Okay, you said something you ain't had no business. So did y'all see anything else about Diddy today? Well, I saw a few things. Let me read Miss Audrey's first because she's still on football. I finished watching Colorado and Baylor game. They ended up playing in heavy rain and Colorado won on a Hail Mary play. Good game. I watched it up until almost the very end, Miss Audrey, and it was a good game. It was. I'm not too much into college football, though, because I watch professional ball, the ones that get paid. And I'll be too hard on them college kids when they miss a ball or when they don't guard the quarterback or whatever they should be doing that they're not doing. So I don't watch too much college football. Miss Archer say, congratulations, things on your Chiefs. Y'all heard Dad say last night about everybody that he said was going to win, lost, and vice versa. And he on the board. So he ain't win nothing this time. He just wastes his money. Now, last week he said it won $125. He had to split it with somebody. Actually, it was 3 something. And then he had to split it with somebody else. So, I don't know. I ain't heard from Tasha. Came back, her and the grandson today. So he probably had to go pick them up from the airport when he got off from work. But he did text this morning. He doing good. Wanted to get in the weight room now. He got that up and down thing about, he needs you in his life, Miss Audrey, because he'll lose the weight and he'll keep it off and he'll be real strict with his diet. And then all of a sudden, he'll go on vacation or a holiday will hit and he'll be off. He off now. He's big now compared to the way he usually be. But he stay in that weight room trying to, keep his muscles fit and everything. Hey, Diana, how you doing? You won $500 on the football pot before? Okay. I ain't never played on no football pot to win no money, to be honest. Happy to meet you. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Okay, I knew they was going to take you out. How you going to come in here and advertise on my page or ask me questions about something we ain't talking about? Kris Jenner boyfriend, Corey, has lots of history with Diddy and possibly he's been dipped in the baby oil. Ooh, Al be sure trying to get his son, deceased mom, death investigated. Think Diddy was involved. Well, they've been saying that for a while. And I'm sure they are going to open that back up now that they got him. Yes, a lot of things I think going to come out in that. But one thing we know for sure now is the forfeiture of the offense is going to cause him to lose some mansions, some airplanes, collector cars, and a business. But what I want to know is when they take all that from him, where the money going? To the government? It should, to help feed the prisons and stuff instead of using our taxpayers' dollars to do it. If you take $1 billion from somebody in assets and money, then go feed the people in there and clothe the people and medical attention, get the people the medical attention with that money instead of us paying for it. Why should we have to pay for what Diddy did when we didn't tell him to do it? And we wasn't even invited. We wasn't even there. That don't make no sense to me. Use your own money and take care of them and everybody in the prison where you are for as long as you there. $1 billion ought to take care of everybody there until they gone. Yeah. But we won't know anything until the discovery and the judges, decide. Hey, Rena. Hey, Carla. Until they decide the case. But I do feel like it's not going to be that long. Early next year, we'll be knowing the verdict. Yep. But it's been a lot of butt-breaking signs and things that have come out. I mean, you would have to be blind or deaf not to have seen all of this coming. And everything is all about money. I mean, everything. That's it. The thing that got me is what you talking about, that baby oil. I bet you when the people went in that house and they saw that baby oil, I bet they was like, what in the hell is really going on up in here? Click, click. What you saw in them videos. Yeah. That's a fact. And it's probably not going to be too hard because a lot of people are talking about that deceased mom. Isn't that the one that he went and he adopted her child and raised that child also? I'm not sure if that's the same woman because he done had a lot of women in his life. But it's all kind of celebrities in the news now. I saw where Kanye was mad out there about his mother. He's saying that they killed his mother when she went in to have her little surgery with the tummy tuck or whatever she had and the facial stuff she had done. He's saying that they killed her. But I know we didn't hear nothing from him crazy like until after the mother died. And now he all over social media. So it's just no telling how much and whatever's going to come out on this stuff. This most recent thing is the head of his security is talking out now and saying that they might even call him in as a co-conspirator. Kevs, how you doing? Hello from Norway. How you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Let's see what else y'all got going on here. Hey, Carla and Rena. Hey, Tajisti, how was your day with your artistic high school students? I hope everything went well for you. Sting is saying there's nothing really to the Braxtons and Tracy's husband. The whole thing is because she didn't want a funeral. There's something about her will. Nothing to really talk about. Oh, okay, because y'all mentioned that the other day in the chat, and I didn't know nothing about that. Some people don't want funerals. I don't want one. Period. And I've already talked to my sister about that. I just don't want people walking up to a casket, just looking at me, and I'm gone. I'm not there. You're looking at a shell of a body that used to be. Look at me now, okay? Because you're not going to see me again. Uh-uh. I don't want that. I don't want nothing about it. What I got on, what I'm wearing, how I look. Oh, they spend all this money on you. Mm-mm. Nah. I don't need nobody up there trying to pray me into heaven. If I didn't get there on my own, I just didn't. I don't need you saying all this good stuff about me when you didn't say it to me when I was alive. Now, I'm about that. No, I'm not going to give you that opportunity. You should say it right now. Give me my flowers where I can see them and smell them. If you can't do that, then don't worry about it. It's all good. I ain't mad. Brian, hi, how you doing? He recorded all that stuff. Case will be pretty easy. I think so. I think that's why they didn't let him go, because they got everything they need to hold him. And they know he's a flight risk. They know he'll get out there. He made over 200 and some phone calls to people in one day, trying to buy people out, trying to shut people up. It's too late. That's years and years of stuff people got on you. No, you can't do that now. Raina, not we was not invited. Me, no, we wasn't invited. Did anybody invite you, Raina? I ain't getting no invitation. Said come over to Diddy's party. So why should I have to be the one, and why should you have to be the one? Your taxpayers' dollar have to house a billionaire who messed up. No, Anybody invited us? We wasn't going no way, because we already had heard about what was going on up in there. Ms. Audrey said on the state level, if they take items of money, they will auction things off and law enforcement gets the money to add to their trains, etc. Yeah, but this is federal. I'm just wondering where the money goes on the federal level. Because I could think of a whole lot of things they could do with it. Put it into the school systems. Mm-hmm. We need transportation for the kids. Our buses down there 20, 30 years old. They break down all the time. You could go through all the school systems and buy them some new buses to carry your children back and forth to school. I could think of a whole lot of things that you could do with that money. After school programs for the kids, especially in the low income areas where kids don't have nothing to do. They just out there in the street, or they latchkey kids at home by themselves in dangerous neighborhoods, drug infested neighborhoods. Yeah. Put more money into mental illness, because it's rapid out here on social media. You see it out here big time. You hear it. People talking out their head. They talking crazy. It don't even make no sense. Brian is saying, Diddy like Harvey Weinstein. He's so powerful in this industry, you got to deal with his craziness to get ahead. Yep. You see Harvey Weinstein, Epstein, all them, baby, they went down. They couldn't handle it. I feel he's the same way. His lawyer wanted to get out here the other day and say he was doing fine, but nah. Then I saw where Krishan Rock, American rapper, had something to say. She said she had been to one of his parties. What was the girl's name? The girl's name was Lenny. I believe that was the name. And she said that this party was like a house behind a house is where they were. And he was just acting like, they were there for him. And she had to just let him know. No, it's not like that. You got me all twisted. I didn't come here for you. But the thing of it is, how you gonna mess with girls and guys at the same party? It's something wrong with a person like that. I mean, you oversex for real. Vonda speaking to you, Carla. Good evening, Miss Elaine. Yes, ma'am, that's the one he adopted when he was 3. Okay. I thought it was, but I wasn't for sure, because he done had a whole bunch of women in his life. And he done made a whole bunch of babies. Why is my arm stinging? Like something biting me. Michelle James said, yes, Albie Sure's son with Kim Porter. Okay, that's who I thought it was, Michelle. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of sad. Why didn't Albie Sure try to get his son? If that was his son. Maybe he didn't want to deal with Diddy, though, when you stop and think about it. It ain't the most desirable person, I'm sure, to have to deal with. Hey, Miss Joy. Nancy Grace had me rolling today saying, did he get to spend $160 on elegant food like a steak, etc.? Stated he has a whole menu. Wow. I doubt very seriously if it's $160 though. In jail, ain't no food gonna cost that much. Because if they take everything from him, which they will if they lock him up, he ain't gonna have $160 to spend on no food. And them people, whoever was supporting him, everybody already detaching themselves from him. So he ain't gonna have that kind of money. Staying exactly, I don't want a funeral either. I'm being cremated. It's cheaper. People ain't got to go through all them changes with you. Getting you a dress, getting your hair done, making up your face, jewelry. Some people put on their good jewelry and then they take it off and they put on the costume jewelry, to put them in the ground, and they just don't put nothing on them when they close it up. That's just too much stuff. And then, like, if they in organizations, like my mom was an Eastern Star. So the night before at her wake, she was dressed in white for the Eastern Stars. And then the next day, she's dressed in, that's a bit much to me. Okay? I don't want all that. I just don't. I've already lived my life. It's over. It's nothing you can say, good or bad, that's going to change anything at that point. All she wanted was a small, intimate funeral, not all that stuff that they did. Wow. And then those flowers are outrageous, especially that one that go on top of the casket. And they're going to die. They're not going to stay alive. Those are fresh flowers. And all the pot plants. And all we ever did with all the people that passed in our family, it was so many of them, just give them to the family. Take this home with you. Take that home with you. I'm not good. I didn't bring any of them home with me. Y'all see artificial everything up in here. It stay pretty and it stay green. And then once a year, I take it outside. I clean it up. I bring it back inside. Yep. Hey, Lily, how you doing? Saying, what 200 calls? That's the same behavior. Yes, he was calling people, and I saw out there on social media today where they said he made over 200 calls just before they took him in, trying to change people's mind and trying to buy people to, not go against him. That ain't how it works. Once they lock you down and you connected with them, they're gonna detach themselves from you, period. I don't care if they're on the video. They ain't trying to be with you. To say, I'm not sure where the culture of open caskets came from, but where I'm from, it's closed for the respect of the deceased. And it probably should be. A lot of people, I don't feel they should open it. What if you were in a bad car accident? Now, my girlfriend Janice, a couple of weeks ago, she was supposed to move down here, but she moved to Richmond instead. Her fiance was killed in an automobile accident. He was working at the airport. He was on his way to the airport that morning. And somehow he ran up underneath an 18-wheeler and it decapitated him. Well, he didn't look like himself. From the picture they had on the funeral, I had never seen him before. That is what I expected to see. So they had a veil over him also. And I was looking at the reactions of the people when they went up there and they were watching him. And I was like, oh my God. When I actually got up close enough, I just kept walking. I knew immediately not to take a good look at him because you could see from a distance. That did not even look like that man on that funeral program. Mm-mm. And in cases like that, just do a closed casket. I've also gone to funerals where people were very, very light complected and they were black. They were too dark. They had completely changed colors because they had kept them out too long. Mm-mm. No, I'm not going through all that. Things that's insane. It went well, Queen, with the kids. I told you, you're in high school. Now go to the junior high and come back and tell me the difference. When them hormones get the raging, normal kids can't handle it, Tagistic. So how do you expect for kids with special needs to be able to handle what their body is going through? One minute they crying just like regular people. The next minute they loving on you. The next minute they fighting you and with all the other problems they got going on. They still go through them hormone changes just like everybody else. But the thing I'm wondering is with the girls, are the parents going to get them shots? You know, because most of them are very sexually active for whatever reason. Or do they let them go through, especially the ones that still with the pins on? It would probably be best if they got the shots so they wouldn't have to deal with that too. I can't even imagine that. Sting say free lunches for every kid. Yes. Why not? All these people going to jail with all this money. Put it back into society. That's where it came from. Hey, my Edward, how you doing? Blessings to you and your family too, Edward. Where's my Reba? I remember my mom stated when she was growing up, they brought the casket at the house. My mom told me about that too. In fact, the house we lived in, the first home, there were bodies brought to that house. And as a little girl, that was kind of scary to me. But I was glad that, everything was torn down and then everything came back up again so it wasn't the same house. Oh my God, no way, absolutely not. Would have wanted that. No, me either. Because I was really, really afraid. I'm not afraid of a dead person. Now I got sense enough to know ain't nothing they can do to you now. When they gone, they gone. Mm-hmm. I can sit there in the room. I sit there in the room with my brother after he passed away until the people came to pick him up from the funeral home. Yeah. So he didn't do a thing. Just lay there. Rena, thank you for the hearts. Audrey, why did they bring the casket to the home? That was a tradition back then, to just in the black community. I don't know about the white community, but in the black community, they would bring them from the funeral home to the house and they would actually stay in the house, okay, until time for them to do the funeral. And then they would take them, I guess, to the church and from there to the graveyard. Mm-hmm. And the way they used to have to do the embalming and stuff. My dad worked for Miller's Funeral Home. That was one of his first jobs. It was cruel back then how they did it. Yes. I mean, everything was done with the hands. It's kind of gruesome. To just say, honey, I don't know. That truly was crazy. Yep. But I do know they stayed in that house. They didn't pick them up every day and take them back. They stayed there day and night. Now, how you going to sleep in there with a dead body? And it's some third world countries still do that. They are at home with you. Cassie says he's just mad because he lost all that baby oil. You think that's what it was, Cassie? He had invested in it. Like I said the other day, he should have taken out stock in that baby oil. He certainly should have, because he had enough of it. Over 1,000 bottles. That stuff ain't cheap. Ain't nothing cheap no more. Then the lawyer gonna get out there and say, well, there was a Costco right down the street. What that's got to do with him buying 1,000 bottles of it? Shoot, he should have had it shipped directly from the baby oil company buying that much. Walter and Wallace twins from the Whispers 81 on today. I don't know who that is, Audrey. Walter and Wallace twins from the Whispers. I remember the Whispers, but I don't remember them. Are you saying they're 81 years old? Okay. To just is laughing. I feel if you have a wake, the casket shouldn't be open for the funeral. Mm. Well, it's a personal choice of the family because that person, unless they left some instructions behind, then the family is gonna basically do what they want to do, and they'll have big time arguments over it also, of how they want to do it. This one don't want that. This one want this. This one want this casket. Because you can go in that casket room and you can get everything from a Volkswagen to a Rolls Royce. That them caskets go in prices just like that. Mm-hmm. You can get you a wood grain. You can get you drawers in there, like you gonna be opening up the little jewelry drawers and put the stuff in there. I was looking like, what is this? And then you can get some so cheap. At some of the funeral homes, you can even rent a casket. Yeah. And then they take you out and they put you in, I guess, a cheaper one to put you in the ground. It's it's just something like, to me, it's just a ceremony. So we're not gonna have one of them. Hey Keisha. Keisha, where you been? I ain't seen you, just stopping by. Hello, Ms.V in chat. You ain't been in for a couple of days. You all right, Keisha? Thank you for renewing, Keisha. I appreciate that. Keisha gifted one person a membership also. Can I see who it is? Will it tell me? Hold on. I don't know who the one person is, but thank you, Keisha. I appreciate that. Rena was gifted a membership by Keisha. Thank you, Keisha. And welcome, Rena. Miss Audrey's thanking you also, Keisha, for becoming a member of Chatting with Ms.V. You had to renew, and I certainly appreciate it, Keisha. They set him up with 1,000 baby oils. You think? I don't think they set him up. I think he was setting them people up that he was going to use it on. That's what I think. And I could be wrong because I wasn't there. Like I said, I wasn't invited. I wasn't invited to that conspiracy. I left instructions, but I think my daughter is going to do what she wants to do. And they sometimes do, because sometimes they don't even follow the will that you left behind, and everything is cut and dried. Do this, this, and that. And once somebody gonna take it over, and it ain't worth you going out there to get a lawyer to fight them. So it's just the way it is. And everybody mad that this one person done took over and did what they wanted to do. But it happens. Zay, thank you, Sugar, for the $49. I appreciate you. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now you're going to make me feel bad. I feel like I'm going to have to come over there and give you that back. Thank you, Zay. Orthodox, hello from Canada. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Tajisti. There's an Orthodox voyage up in here. Hey, friend, how you doing? Oh, you been busy? Well, you came back on a roll, and I appreciate you renewing your membership as well as donating the membership. OG, did you hit the gym today? I didn't. I slept because I was sleeping from last night because an alarm went off into the apartment complex where I live last night. So I was out of here for about 3 hours. Then I came back in. And then I got up pretty early this morning because I wanted to really get my house back together because I go back to work tomorrow. I only have 4 days. But it seemed like when we have 4 days, it seemed like those are the longest 4 days. And then it's going to take 2 days to get the kids back together because they done had a whole vacation, 3 days. And the mamas ain't going to be, baby, they're going to be having them out there early in the morning because they sick of them. Yeah. They used to them being at school all day long where they can have at least all day without them. And then you got to settle them back down again. And it'll probably be Thursday before they get settled down. And then they'll come Friday. And then they're off for a weekend again. Yeah, because they're different at school than they are at home. And what the parents might and might not tolerate at home is not the same at school. So they just be confused for a few days. You been busy? I understand, Keisha. Thank you again, Zay. The singing group, The Whispers, and they sung in the group had heavy mustaches. They were twins. I just don't remember them. That's been too far back. Too many things have gone on in my life. And the beat goes on. I remember the song and rock steady to their songs. Okay. I remember rock steady too. Okay. I just don't remember them, Miss Audrey. Hey Renee. Giving you a thumbs up, Zay. Zay is speaking to everybody. And Sting would like for y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Super stickers, super chats are available, and super thanks and Cash App $ Vietta Brown. Now y'all know all kind of ways y'all can support the channel. Let's see, what else did I see out there today? Okay, they talked about Krishan Rock and when she went up to the private party, the house behind the house. And then they talked about Cassie Ventura again and the domestic violence that she had with him. They went on to talk about who else? Johnny Depp and his wife, Alma Heard, and how she went to sue him and he turned around and he won 15 million from her. I was like, is this all Hollywood do? Is fight, drugs, scam, and what else? Dog people out. Golly. Then they went back to talking about Chris Brown and how he may be attached to some of this Diddy stuff and his domestic violence with Rihanna and how he had to go get counseling and then he had to do community service. We have affordable memberships over here. Please subscribe and join us. Thank you. Got plenty of room on this virtual cruise ship over here. We do. And we have fun when we go up on the Lido. I'm on one, we on the Lido, baby. Hey, Blue Truth. Happy Monday, Lady V. I want to be cremated as well. Yeah, I just don't see the need to be going through all of that. It's cheaper. You already gone anyway. Your soul has separated. Okay? And it's out of here. That's a shell that you used while you were here. It's left behind. So, have anybody had to pay for an opening or closing of a grave lately? My parents passed in 99. It was $500. The last person in my family was my great nephew. It's almost $2,500. Just to open and close the grave. You can't dig the hole yourself. You can't close the hole yourself. It just so happened that my little nephew, the one that's the mayor, was able to get it because he already had the equipment up there. And he had the men up there who worked in the city, cleaning the ditches and stuff like that. So it didn't cost anything. He took care of all of that. But then the funeral programs, they can be a whole bunch of money. The flowers, especially like I said, the one that goes on the casket. It's just so much. The funeral car to go pick up the family. And what if you need more than one? You can run up a funeral. $10,000 is a cheap funeral these days. Very, very cheap. That casket, you better hope when they pick it up, them handles don't fall off of it. That's how cheap that casket is going to be. And they got a monopoly on it because they know they can charge you what they want to charge you. You got to have it unless you go the other way like we talking about going. It ain't going to really matter. You ain't going to feel nothing either. No. And don't be trying to hold on to my ashes and let my ashes get lost. I already told sis to take me to a beautiful body of water in the Caribbean somewhere where it's nice, clean, beautiful water. Let it go. I'll be happy. Because I ain't there. I'm gone. Okay. Sting is letting you know my Cash App is $V, 2 E's, 2 T's, and an A Brown. Thank you, Sting. Audrey Evans, I took a pic with the Whispers from about 30 years ago. We all were looking good. Oh, really? What city? Was it after a concert? I never saw them in concert. Mm-mm. Miss Audrey saying Dwight Howard, who's now on Dancing with the Stars this season, went to Diddy party in a pink dress. Ooh, you know what he went in there looking for then? He finally came out some years ago. Wow. I was trying to think who else they had attached to a Diddy party. Uh, Tyler Perry. Mm-hmm. Yep, that didn't surprise me either. I always thought that was ridiculous to have to pay to open and close. Yep, they charge an arm and a leg, Miss Thing. Yes, after a concert in the Bay Area in Cali. Oh, okay, Blue Truth. I love my mama, but she and lots of others I know hold on to all the obituaries for like, why they do that? I don't keep them. I don't even bring them from the church. I don't want to see them no more. I don't. Mm-mm. I have my family just in case I needed to know a birthday or something like that. And I can't remember the year. Like I remembered the other day, my mom is November the 20th, but the year I was like, oh my God, what year was that? So how old was she when she passed? So then I can try to figure out what year this is to try to figure it out. I was like, man, that's too deep. I just called my cousin up. She could keep up with all of that. Um, and that's how I knew what year it was, and I wrote it down. Yep, it's about 12K here. You think? You think we just gonna skip all the way from 8 to 12? It's possible. It's truly possible. I was moving pretty fast there for a while, almost 1,000 a month. Yeah, so it's possible to move from 8 to 12. We just have to get a good subject where we can bring in a whole lot of people and a whole lot of people subscribe at one time. And we've done that before. We've had 400 and something. I think it was 459 to subscribe in 1 month. So, I mean, we haven't counted it out to Jissy. Not by a long shot. No. Okay, so let's see what else was in there. This lady, have y'all seen Jaguar Wright? She does a lot of commentary on Diddy. And she seems to know a whole lot of stuff. And she's blaming a lot of this stuff on Illuminati and people who are in it. They have to do what they're told to do. So I was like, I don't know. She's bringing out a lot of smoke, for real. She said today on one of them I saw her on, she said Diddy has enough money to make people disappear. You think about it. That's probably real. Hold on. Oh, okay. It was deleted. Yeah, he does have a lot of enough money to make people disappear, and that's why they investigating that lady, the uh the girlfriend, Albie Sure's baby mama. Mm-hmm. Ms.V, did you know Chef Grandma and a cousin died last week? Chef who? Chef Mac. I have. If you're talking about Chef Mac, I have not heard from her. We haven't talked. So if it's her, no, I didn't know. Mm-mm. I think the last time I talked to Chef, we were gonna go on her channel at Sue Bell and the Brown Sugar Baby. That's been about 2 weeks ago, and then she had to go for her job up in Maryland, and she was still in Maryland the last time I talked to her, still up there working. But I didn't. Yes, I love Jaguar Wright. She brought all this out about it. She sure did, baby. And she be telling it just like we sitting up here talking right now. She just be spitting it out. Any question they ask her, she got the answer. Mm-hmm. She said the other day, she said, did he act like he was doing telemarketing? And I was like, you right. He did. Like the telemarketers are always calling you and picking up the phone and trying to get you to buy this and buy that. And you don't even know who they are. And they think you just gonna fall for the okie doke. Man, if y'all don't get out, Chef Mac. No, I didn't. I'm going to have to call her. My condolences to Chef and her family. And you say it was her grandmother. Wait a minute. And her cousin. No, I didn't. And y'all know I haven't been watching that much YouTube while I've been working and don't have a lot of time to talk to people. So I didn't know that. I'm glad y'all told me so I can give her a call. Valley Girl, hi, Ms.V in chat. Hey, Valley Girl. I keep all my obituaries too. They're all on a wall. I don't. Wait a minute. Okay. Sting is speaking to you, Valley Girl. I don't keep them. I kept my mother, my father, and my siblings. But the rest of them, I don't. Miss Audrey speaking to you, Valley Girl. Oh my God, you like my mama was laughing. Yeah, she said she keep hers on a wall. So I guess that's memories for you, huh? You can just look at them all the time. Hello, Miroslav. How you doing? What nationality is that, baby? She said, yeah, Miss Audrey. But I love y'all got to check out that Jaguar, right? If y'all are really into finding out what's been going on in Hollywood and stuff, yeah, check her out. So I was thinking today, this man was 23 years old when he started out there on the scene making money. Now that's awfully young, very young. So they're saying 30 years later, he's a billionaire. And I told y'all in the beginning, I said, it ain't no way. He became no billionaire doing everything legal and legit. Now you're seeing it's hardly impossible. People work on jobs for 30 years with a 401k with people matching dollar for dollar, these companies. And you still don't hit a billion? You got to be investing in a lot of more other things. And the few things that they told me that he was invested in, they ain't make no billion. But now we seeing he stole a lot of stuff too. You stole people's music ideas. You know, you made money off of people. They're going to investigate him probably on that Tupac thing too. Tupac was up and coming but broke. But he would not say yes to Diddy. So, you know, you might find out a whole lot of stuff. If he didn't do it, he gonna tell who did it to keep from adding that charge to him. Prayers for Chef and her family. Yes, to Justy. Because she was just taking care of her father who had had surgery. So I'm really hate to hear that. Miss Audrey says she said her cousin killed by her boyfriend. Oh my God. So she's been on live. Oh my God. Now that's some bad stuff there. I believe the alcohol business can make you billions. Yes and no. Depending on if you're a distributor. If you just have interest in it like he did, because I read somewhere where he was making $50 million a year, but it wasn't from the alcohol. I think if you own a distillery or if you own the alcohol business itself, yeah, you can bring in $1 billion. But if you just got part interest in it, I don't see no billion. That's a billion is a whole lot of millions, okay? I'm just saying. Yes. Audrey, no way, heartbreaking, says to Justy. Yes, to Justy. Didn't he own Ciroc? He didn't own it. He had part interest in it, Keisha. That's what I'm saying. If he had owned it, maybe I could see him getting $1 billion. But he had interest in Ciroc, in the company. But it's just so much that's gonna come out. It's just unreal about this whole situation. It is. Mm-mm. Then I saw another little clip where Diddy assaulted Dre. Also, now I didn't know nothing about that. And then they started naming all the people like that would be at the Diddy parties, the CEOs, the athletes, the people in the music career, the diplomats, and it's people out of this country that was flying into these parties. That's why I say this thing here is going to be a mess before it's over with. And if they have to take him out to shut him up, then that's what they're going to have to do. Janet Jackson did an interview and stated VP Harris White cause her dad was white. She was corrected and they told her dad black, mom Indian. Wait a minute. Janet Jackson did an interview and stated VP Harris white. Oh, was white? Because her dad was white? Okay. She was corrected and they told her her dad was black and her mom was from India. And that's true. Janet was off on that interview. Don't sound like she voting for her either, making that statement. You know, he also had a clothing line, Sean John. Yeah, he made money off of that, but not Grand Theft money. Everybody didn't buy Sean John. Yeah. So if you knew and you saw or you participated, that crab mentality is going to go into effect, forcing him to comply. You agree or you disagree? I think so. You know, from slavery, we got that crab bucket mentality. We got it out here on the YouTube. So in real life, this man is finna give up everything. And you don't think he gonna use that crab bucket mentality to bring somebody else down with him? All that power and control is gone. He don't want nobody else taking it. And everybody else ought to be afraid of it. For real. Janet, okay, I read that one. Chef came on hold on. Where is it? Chef came on last night for an hour playing music. She also reported her father still not walking. Oh, wow, she got her hands full. Prayers for her and her family. Okay, I missed that too. Audrey, why people always saying stuff they know nothing about? Because they just like to talk. Watch yourself. Get rid of Trump once and for all. Well, we don't have the power of doing that unless you go to the poll. That's the only way you can get rid of him. Okay? He didn't get taken out when they shot him. And so, you know, I don't advocate nobody doing nothing like that to take him out. But you can get rid of him if you don't want him in there when you go to the poll. That's when your vote will count. Okay? Sting, 100% true. They need Google a hush. Exactly. Just bringing up stuff just to be bringing it up because it sound good. And then when you come out and you debacle the lies they've said, they don't even feel bad. Just leave you alone, go to somebody else. Ain't that crazy? I think so. Mm-hmm. But he had a lot of confidence. I can say that much. Even at 23 years old, he had a lot of confidence in himself to pull the kind of people in that he pulled. And if you notice, he did not fool with no low-level people. The only way he fooled with them was to try to get them underneath him to make money off of them or to steal or take their songs or whatever they were doing. That's it. And that was a smart move on his part, but it backfired in the end. So that's a good lesson that what you do in the dark will come to the light. You know, he ain't no Russell Simmons. I think Russell Simmons was much smarter than him to go on the ballot and sit up there and do yoga or whatever he doing every day. And apparently we can't go into there and get him, or they don't have enough to worry about him, one or the other. I don't know. But he has the same whispers like Epstein. So my thing is, silence is probably the most powerful tool that you have. If you have enough intuition and enough stamina to remain silent, people will never know. A lot of times we do talk too much. Trust, whenever trust is broken, saying I'm sorry means nothing. It's over. You can go back to them people again if you want to, but that's gonna be a fatal mistake for you. Don't do it. You have to learn to control your actions. He didn't. That's why he is where he is today. Diddy didn't do that. He didn't control his actions. He let everything overrule because of power and money. Honesty, hard to find these days. Remove yourself from people who are not honest. If you know for a fact they're not, it's up to you to stay there and let them drain you dry. Have a beautiful heart and a beautiful spirit, and it'll show through. To those who want to see it, people want to see you as ugly, that's what they're going to see. But if they can see a beautiful heart and a beautiful spirit in you, and they're honest with themselves and how they look at you, that's the people you want to be around. Not those that's out here telling you you're ugly. They got to be ugly to see you as ugly. Think about it. If you know for a fact that you're not, and people are telling you you're beautiful with a beautiful heart and a beautiful spirit, but they don't see it like that, run. Small circles are always better than these big old large circles, especially as you age and as you're getting older. Can't keep up with all them people no more. He would have been better off with a small circle. He had the whole world in his circle. Think about it. In the country, out the country. That's what took him down. It's too many people in his circle. Keep it small. Don't ever overthink things. Listen to your gut feelings. They're normally not wrong. If you don't feel right about it, don't do it. Tomorrow's another day. You got the same chance tomorrow you have today. If it passed you by, oh well, it wasn't for you no way. And if someone is stupid enough to walk away from you, and you're a good person and you've been good to them, let them walk. They wasn't no good for you no way. Don't even stop and think twice about it. Let them go. Okay? And last, true friends are rare and hard to find. When you find a good friend, hold on to them tightly. The friends I told you I've had in my life, all my life, they have been there through thick and thin, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, and will always be there. That's the ones I hold on to. Not these passerbys through the night that come into your life for what you can do for them, and then when it's time for them and you need them, they ain't there. Ain't no friend. You'll probably only have this many friends in a lifetime. A handful of what you can count on this one hand. Real friends. If that many. Yep. So don't take it personal when somebody come after you or when somebody attack you or when you see that you don't fit in the circle. Don't sweat it. You ain't supposed to be there. Okay. So this has been my commentary for tonight. And I hope y'all remember those last 10 things I just told you. Because you'll find that will lead you throughout life. Rare friends. What else did I tell you? being silent, trust, when trust is broken, controlling your actions, being honest, having a beautiful heart. That having a beautiful heart is better than having a beautiful face. It is. Have small circles. Never go back to someone who has dissed you. Leave them alone. Don't overthink things. And if someone is stupid enough to walk away from you, let them walk. And remember, true friends are hard to find. Y'all have a wonderful night. It's been nice chatting with y'all. Hit the like button on the way out. Like, share, and subscribe if you can. And tomorrow I go back to work, so I'll be out here sometime between, let's see, Tuesday. Do I have anything going on? I don't have no meetings, I don't think. So sometime between 10 and 11 in the morning, we'll come back and we'll chat about another interesting topic. It's been real. Thank y'all for telling me about Chef Mac. I'm going to try to get in touch with her and give her my condolences and see if there's anything I can do to help her in her situation. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And again, thank you, Zay, and the other people who contributed tonight to the chat, Keisha and Zay. Thank you very much. And to all the rest of you who have come in to listen tonight, you could have been somewhere else, but I thank you for coming over, listening, and holding the conversation with me. Y'all have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow.